So 2025 is about to come to an end, and today I have one more collection video for you guys for the year, and this will be a part 2 to my Universal Monsters collection. As you guys know, I posted a Universal Monsters collection about a year or so ago of all of what I've collected from this franchise. I'm a huge fan, as you guys know by now, of the Universal Monsters, and I've been reviewing the films throughout the year, and I'm going to continue to do so throughout next year. But since I last posted that first collection video, I have collected quite a bit, so excited to share what I've collected since then. Starting off with books, I have the monster movies of Universal Studios. Now, as I mentioned, I've been reviewing these movies, and this has actually been very helpful because with these reviews, I like to add some fun historical facts or trivia, and this has come with a good amount of trivia to use during those reviews. So very excited to have this. The Monster Movies of Universal Studios by James L. Nabar. I 100% most likely butchered that name. Sorry. Coming up next, I bought this next one from a Half Price Books in Dallas, Texas a few months ago. It is the new annotated Frankenstein. Of course, the Frankenstein novel was written by Mary Shelley. I actually have the Dracula version of this that I've already shown on this channel before, but this is edited with a forwarded notes by Leslie S. Klinger. An introduction by Guillermo del Toro. As you guys know, just recently released his version of Frankenstein on Netflix. I'm sad to say I still have not seen that. I just have not had the time yet, but I'm going to. I promise. Up next, I bought this one at Walmart, actually, around the time when Halloween started. It is a Universal Monsters coloring book, as you can see there. I have not colored in this yet. I have quite a bit of coloring books that I bought recently that I kind of want to, just color in just to kind of, have something else to do. But I'll turn it around here and kind of give you guys a little look at like what some of these pictures look like. You can see the Wolfman and Dracula, Frankenstein's monster with the little girl by the lake. All right, this next part I'm actually really excited about because I've already shown a couple of these books in my first collection video, but since then I have collected the whole series. Now, this is not the novel series that was published by Dark Horse, but these are actually the young reader books. We have, and again, I'm probably going to show some of these that I've already shown before, but oh well. But starting off, we have Dracula, Return of Evil. I have not read these books yet. I actually do want to at some point. Just like I said, just got to get the time. But this is book 1 in the series, Dracula, Return of Evil. Book 2 in the series, we have The Wolfman, Blood Moon Rising. I probably should have mentioned earlier that these are written by Larry Mike Garman. So I'm going to get a little closer by not trying to get that light in there. Book 3 in the series, we have Frankenstein, Anatomy of Terror. Book 4 in the series is The Mummy, Book of the Dead. And now, sadly enough, the Mummy book that I have over there that's by Dark Horse is actually a library edition, and I bought this one on eBay, and this one is also a library edition with all the library stickers. So apparently every time I buy a Mummy book, it's just going to have this apparently, but still excited to have it. I'll get it a little closer there. So The Mummy, Book of the Dead. Up next, we have Creature from the Black Lagoon, Blackwater Horror. And next, again, the one that was actually the more difficult to find was for the Bride of Frankenstein. This is the Bride of Frankenstein, Vow of Vengeance. Now let's move on to some posters. So the recent poster I bought is for the Creature from the Black Lagoon. I'm going to hold it back here and try not to get so much light. I have not hung it up yet. I've actually taken some of my posters down. I'm about to paint my office and redecorate, reposition some of my bookshelves, and I'm putting in some new shelves to make room for some more stuff. Now, the Creature from the Black Lagoon actually used to not be one of my favorites, but I've come to develop more of an appreciation for him. I don't know, maybe because I like shark movies, I like sea monster movies, so after rewatching it, I've developed more of appreciation for the Creature of the Black Lagoon. Coming up next is Frankenstein. I actually bought this one at a Hobby Lobby, and I love everything about this poster except the frame. The frame is terrible, and right before I brought this poster up, this piece fell off, so I'm probably going to have to go and buy a new frame for this. But this one, guys, I'm extremely excited about, because not only is this the poster for one of my favorite Universal monster movies, this is actually one of my top 5 favorite movies of all time. And that, of course, is Frankenstein meets the Wolfman. This, again, one of my favorite movies of all time. This was like one of the very first cinematic universe type movies, predating long before the MCU was even a thing. Not only is it a great movie, it's a great werewolf story. It's a great Wolfman movie where he's trying to find the cure for his lycanthropia, and he believes that, you know, Frankenstein's knowledge is the best way to be able to cure himself. And along the way, of course, he entangles with the Frankenstein monster. So again, love this movie. I watch it every year for Halloween. Alright, so now let's get into some souvenirs. So as you guys know, I recently traveled to Epic Universe at Universal Studios when me and my wife went to Halloween Horror Nights, and of course, I spent quite a bit of time at Darkmoor, or the Universal Monsters Park. I got to ride the new ride, the Curse of the Werewolf ride. I got to meet the Frankenstein monster and his bride. Me and my wife met the Invisible Man. It was a lot of fun. But of course, I had to get souvenirs. And this I did not get from the theme park. I actually got this from our hotel, but it is a lanyard that I've used for work recently, especially around Halloween. But it shows all the monsters. We got the creature, the bride, Victoria Frankenstein, there's the mummy, the Wolfman, Dracula, Frankenstein's monster. Like I said, I recently used this for work, but I switched it out with my Jaws one that I also bought from there. But you can bet that there was a lot of souvenirs that I am kicking myself that I didn't get. One of which was a Wolfman coffee mug that I did not get, but I did buy this. It is a flask with the pentagram on it and the head of the famous Kane from the movies. This is the one that kills the Wolfman in the original movie, and you can see the same shape right here as you can down here. Have I used this yet? No. I've been mostly using it for, you know, decoration on my shelves. Will I use it? Absolutely. So moving on now to some Funko Pops. I got the Bride of Frankenstein. I believe these are all Walgreens exclusives that maybe someone just sold to Half Price Books. Maybe they just didn't want them. Well, if you don't want them, I will definitely take them. So coming up next, we have The Invisible Man. We recently just reviewed this movie. I'll drop a link down in the description to where you can watch it. But this is my wife's favorite. She actually joined me on that review. So if you have not seen that review yet, again, I'll post a link to where you can go watch it. And of course, we have the infamous Count Dracula. And the one that I'm, of course, the most excited that I was able to collect is for my personal favorite Universal monster, the Wolfman. Now these next two are pretty special because these are the only two that come in orange colored boxes as opposed to the white colored boxes that we have here. But I have the creature from the Black Lagoon, otherwise known as Gillman. And last but certainly not least, Frankenstein. Alright, we're just about done, but it wouldn't be a Universal Monsters collection without, of course, the movies. So starting off the movies, I have the recent take of The Wolfman by Blumhouse, or I'm sorry, Wolfman as it's called. You know, I'm still glad to have this in my collection. Wasn't my favorite, but again, still glad to have it in the collection. It was still an enjoyable film, but it wasn't the Wolfman. It wasn't the Wolfman. But speaking of Blumhouse, I've actually been on the lookout for their first one, The Invisible Man. I did enjoy this one. I'm not a big fan of this whole grounded or realistic approach that they want to take to these monster films. I mean, I'll still go see them, but again, it's just, I don't know. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But in my first collection video, I said that my goal is to collect all of the original Universal Studios Monsters films. And I have. I finally bought my collection case. I bought this at Walmart for like 25 bucks. So excited to have this. And I've been actually using this for my reviews. It's great to have all of the monster movies now. So that way I don't have to, you know, go through all this trouble of trying to find where it's streaming or going to this store to buy this particular movie or this store to buy that one. So finally glad to have all of them in the collection. So the last item on this list I'm really excited about because I bought this from Spirit Halloween. Actually, no, it was actually a gift from my mom. She bought this for me a couple of months ago for Halloween, and it's been sitting on my shelves ever since. And that is this Frankenstein monster bust. This costs like maybe, I don't know, $30. I can't quite remember, but I love this thing. I hope that they make more of these, like, because I will buy them. Like, if they have Dracula or the Wolfman, the Phantom of the Opera, like, if they come out with a series of these, I will buy them. Don't care how much they are. I will buy them because I will happily display these on my shelves. That's going to do it for this collection video, guys. Thank you so much. If you guys have collected anything from the Universal Monsters franchise recently, be sure to drop what you collected down in the comments below. I'll be happy to check those out. But guys, thanks so much for checking out this collection video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button. And if you're enjoying my content, then please consider to hit that subscribe button. I have more reviews on the way, so be sure to stay tuned for those. But until then, guys, thanks again and have a great one.